All right, welcome back. Today is July 15th. Let's talk about the win that I took on NAS today. I took a quick sales to the downside on NAS, 100 on the 1 minute. So let's go back to market open and let's pretty much go over what I saw. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop down to the replay and I'm gonna hit a bar select, and I'm gonna pop down to around 930. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the market. Let me pop the 30-minute open. Actually, what I long term, what I did see is I deleted the circle here, but you had an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and this was like the neckline. And yesterday overnight, it played out to where it retested the neckline and did a quick pop up. So my overall bias is buys. However, I did see an opportunity for sales, because I took out my Fibonacci, and from the lowest to the highest, the 50% retracement is somewhere around here. So I'm like, well, this needs a retracement if we're going to continue to make all-time highs. And so I'm like, okay, at this point in time, it looks like we actually are retracing. The retracement looks pretty good. So here it is. We got the highest point here, and they got the lowest point, right? Then we came down. We made pretty much like double top almost, right? So right around this area is the change of structure, right? So typically what I look for is price to break, retest, and continue down. Once we do that, we're on a confirmed downtrend. So that's what happened. We in pre-market, we came and we just went down and started making lower lows. Then what happened was we did have some news today. We popped up, right? Came back, boom, and we hit this defining area. Above this area is buys, below this area is sales. Okay. So once we retest the area and we pop down, I'm like, well, I'm looking for sales above this area, right? So in order for things to change and we actually look for buys on a higher time frame, we need to be above this area. So however, on a lower time frame, I'm looking for this downward trend to reverse. That's pretty much here. So you had a high, then you had a low, right? Then you had a high, then you had a low. So right around this area, if we come and we break and we retest, right? If we reject and go up, then we're starting to change this mini downtrend to an upward trend. Okay. Once we get up here, then on a major structure, right? When we look at major structure, we're going to start buying. So this is minor structure. So below this area, this is really, once you get below this area, this is really confirmed sales. Okay. So, so let me just go. So the market opened up, gave me an indecision candle. Price tried to really go, right? And price struggled for a bit. And the next thing you know, we actually broke, right? Reason why this is significant, because again, it's below this area. If we get below this area, it's a confirmed sales. Okay, so I don't like the wicks. I don't like the wick candle. I don't like the wick candle. That's just because it's the zone that is trying to break through. However, we are actually like bending the corner to turn to sales. We just close below this area, very significant, and we close like below here, right? That's like by a point. Okay, so next candle, we actually broke, kind of came down, another indecision candle. However, it was like very wick at the top. So I think we might buy. Now, here's the thing. Okay. You see this candle. What does this candle mean? This candle means that we're rejecting to the downside and now buyers are pushing. However, you never know, because the thing is, the market will tell you where it's going, what it's doing. Okay. If you just listen, the market will literally tell you what it's doing. However, what the market won't tell you is how long and when. Okay, so this candle right here means that we're going to buy. This could mean we're going to go up on a major structure, or it could just mean this is going. It's letting you know it's about to be a pullback, right? So you take that candle and you use other confluences to confirm. You always got to do confirmations. You never trade off of what you think it may happen, or like you're like, I believe this is going to happen. No, 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 no. You got to get that thing confirmed. So right now, I'm thinking this is going to be a buy or it's going to be a pullback. Now, what would confirm a buy is if the next candle printed above this zone or this zone, or in general this zone. But me personally, I want to see it up here. So next candle, green candle, we print it and we close above here. Okay, yeah, we buying, right? But what happened with the next candle is the next candle right here, it barely broke. It didn't really break the zone at all, right? So it tried, right? It tried to come up, but it didn't. So the next candle, boom, you see it try to came up, we rejected big time. This is my confirmation right now that we are selling. All right. I didn't like these two lines, how the thing wicked out. But all that was just saying, hey, we're about to pull back, right? It's not a buy. We're about to pull back. This candle right here says it all. We just got a rejection candle to this zone. We tried to go up. We tried to buy, right? We tested the zone, right? We rejected it and we engulfed. That's my system, right? I'm looking for a minor or major engulf and retest. This right here is what I call a launch pad candle. Our backs is against the wall, and the market showed its hand by engulfing this candle. So what I do is I drew my box from here to here, this green candle. However, I included the wicks here, right? So and then I just put it down to the next zone, which is right around here, right? So what happened is the next candle price came, and I got a little nervous, right? Because price had to come and tap back in our zone, right? I like how this candle finished, but we didn't break below this candle. So I was a little nervous. However, I'm confident, right? A little nervous, but I'm confident because we didn't break the zone yet. Are we going to come back and just consolidate until news? What are we going to do? And they say, price, boom, TP hit, baby. Let's go.